In 1945, on Christmas night, an incident happened in West Virginia, America, which even today sends shivers down the spine. A man named George Soder was celebrating Christmas with his wife, Jenny Soder, and 10 lovely children. Every face was lit up with happiness. But who knew that this night was going to turn into a nightmare that has remained an unsolvable mystery till date. It happened like this. It was around 1 o'clock at night when suddenly a fire broke out in the house. George and Jenny ran out with their 4 children, but the 5 children sleeping in the room upstairs disappeared forever. Neither were their bones ever found, nor any other trace. Did they really burn in the fire, or were they kidnapped? Was this fire really an accident, or was it set with special planning? Once again, welcome to the InfoX TV videos. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. This is not just a story, but a secret that is still surprising the world. Let's take a look at this. Let us try to understand each and every aspect of the unsolved mystery. George Soder was a hard-working Italian immigrant who was strongly against the Italian dictator Benny Mussolini. This is the reason why he was forced to leave Italy and live in America. Speaking openly against the Italian dictator could have become a problem for him, but he never showed any fear. In America, he was in the trucking business, and luckily, he also had his own house. His wife, Jenny Soder, was a dedicated housewife who took care of her children with love and discipline. On December 24th, 1945, Christmas Day, Soder's children were playing with their new toys. It was night, and the 5 children went to sleep on their beds in the upstairs room. At around 1 o'clock in the night, Jenny felt smoke in the house. When she went to see, she found out that the kitchen had caught fire due to some reason. George and Jenny came out with their 4 children, but the 5 children sleeping in the upstairs room remained inside. George tried every possible way to save them. When George Soder ran toward the second-floor window, he saw that his ladder was missing from its place. Then he thought that he could reach the window using his coal truck, but when he turned on the ignition, the truck did not start, and the other truck was also not working. The people present there tried to call the fateful fire department, but unfortunately, there was no response. Later, when somehow the fire chief was contacted, even then the fire brigade reached after hours of the accident. Everyone felt that due to some reason, a fire broke out in the house in which 5 children were burnt to death. But this case was as complicated as it seemed normal to see and hear. Next morning, when the investigation started, the officials also closed the case by giving a similar statement. They said that the children were burnt to death due to the fire, but this thing was beyond everyone's understanding because the bones of the human body cannot turn into ashes even at a temperature of 800 degrees Celsius, especially those parts of the bones which contain calcium. This includes human teeth, which do not turn into ashes even inside the furnace. Then how did it happen that due to the fire in Soder's house, not 1, not 2, but 5 children's bones were found, nor any teeth? Later, forensic investigation also confirmed that the duration of the fire was not so long that it could turn the bones into ashes. This was quite a fact. That is why the Soder family rejected the investigation report as soon as they got up. The investigation team told that the cause of the fire was a short circuit in the kitchen, but George Soder said that he had recently got all the wiring done anew, and there was no question of any flaw in it. When George Soder tried to recall those moments of the accident, he also remembered some things which were indicating some problem. At the time of the fire, when he picked up the phone to call the fire brigade, his wire was cut, and this thing was also proved in the investigation that indeed the phone line of Soder's house was cut by someone from outside because the phone line was broken. And when cut, its edges are not smooth, but when cut with pliers, the edges look quite smooth. Later, Jenny Soder remembered that the phone rang at exactly 12:30, and there was a woman on the other end who was laughing loudly, to which Jenny said wrong number and disconnected the call. If the phone line was disconnected at 1 o'clock and just half an hour before that, a strange call had come on it, then it means that the phone line was disconnected half an hour before the fire. This night was full of strange incidents. A few minutes before the first phone call and the fire, Jenny also heard the sound of something falling on the roof. When nothing further was heard, Jenny turned over and went to sleep, and after a few minutes, she felt the smell of smoke. Apart from this, The ladder, which George used to keep, was missing from there at the time of the accident and was recovered from a field far away from the house. Both of George's trucks, which were working perfectly till a day before, how did both of them get damaged during the fire? Due to all these incidents, George Soder got this doubt. It turned into a belief that his children were not dead, but were kidnapped. But how did someone run away with them in such a commotion when the investigation revealed that a few months before this incident, an insurance agent came to George Soder, who was insisting him to take home insurance, but when Soder clearly refused to take the insurance. The agent finally threatened Soder and left, saying that you will realize this only when your house catches fire. Did someone use the fire to divert people's attention and kidnap the children at that time? The second theory is that George Soder's open statements against Italian dictator Mussolini did not go down well with the Italian mafia, due to which the Italian mafia made him their target and took his children under their control. Some people also claim to have seen Soder's children at different places after the fire. A woman said that she saw the children in a hotel with a strange couple. Other reports say that they were seen being taken away in a car. As many mouths, so many opinions, this thing is confirmed. It was believed that the children of the soldier did not die because of the fire. Then where did they go? After a year of the accident, some new evidences came to light. The investigation team, which had earlier said that the cause of the fire was a short circuit, was proved wrong. The new investigation revealed that the fire was set intentionally. At that time, a bus driver was passing by who told that he had seen some people throwing something like a fireball. A few months later, when the snow melted, a round object like rubber was also found near the house, which is called a pineapple bomb. Jenny remembered the sound a few minutes before the fire, which she heard due to something falling on the roof. Perhaps it was this pineapple bomb. George and Jenny devoted their lives to finding the answer to this mystery. They left no stone unturned and followed every possible lead. They got a big billboard made which had pictures of the missing children and also promised a reward. After about 20 years, in 1960, Jenny gets a letter. There was a picture of a man in this letter, which was very similar to their son Louis, and only this was written in the letter. Louis Soder, I love Brother Frankie. Was this letter really written by one of the 5 missing children, or was it a prank? George and Janie hired a private detective who would investigate this letter, but no trace of Louis Soder was found. Years passed one by one, but this mystery could not be solved. George Soder died in 1969. Janie and her children who survived kept trying to find answers about their missing siblings. After George's death, Janie did not leave the family home. She put fencing around the house and got new rooms built. For the rest of her life, she always wore black clothes due to grief. After Janie's death in 1989, the family finally took down the old and worn-out billboard which was put up for missing children. Were these children victims of a tragedy or became a part of some big conspiracy? This is a mystery that may never be solved. I hope you will like and share this video of InfoX TV as well. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video. Take care.